fight this person who came out of the tube. And we could just talk to them.
So, since you mentioned the person that came out of the tube, that's where we left off. And I'll read you the description again, and we'll go from there. So you guys finish killing these bugs over here in the pile. Ashishir is still with you guys, and you play the tapping sound on the pipes, and the sounds of the rhythmic tapping echo from one pipe to another, reverberating in a soft chorus with each other until they finally die out. A minute passes without a response, then 2, then 3, and patience eventually pays off as the soft sound of nails clicking against metal heralds the arrival of a creature in response. A pair of huge, shimmering eyes appears in the darkness of a large bronze pipe 20 feet above the ground. They blink in curiosity as they regard the creatures down below. She says, "Foreign critters of Aslan space," the being asks, craning her long neck to get a better view of the people who summoned her. "What dost thou seek here?" You guys remember what Talmud looks like?
Wasn't it some
Fair
weird
person, right?
Something like that. I'm trying to find her for you. I don't think I'm in the right screen.
He's not a Veld.
Here it is.
Cake.
Get out there. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
a
Yes.
mirror
Okay.
with long nails and human size.
Yes. This creature is a Gothclaw.
Gothclaw?
Gothclaw.
Gothclaw.
So maybe you've seen one before in your travels, but that is who is here. And she said, "What dost thou seek?"
We need to speak to you about moving more safely through this system. We were told that our engine gives off a certain signature, and you can fix this.
Perhaps I can.
Well,
What do you say you're from outside of the system? You look like Pact Worlders.
yes, we are from the Pact Worlds. I personally am from the Vescarium. But yes, we are Pact World species.
Dost thou speak for this group who is with you?
They have their own voices. Sometimes they just make me use mine. And he turns and looks at everybody.
I'll cover my face and just be like, "Yeah, we're from the Pact World," and I'll just kind of look away so I'm not identified.
I believe I've seen your robot friend before.
Shit.
I've recently come upon a police report left behind somewhere in these tunnels.
Oh, any chance you can give me that police report?
She throws it down.
Start reading
digs
through
in her
it.
bag, throws it down, and you open up the paper. And it sure enough is just like a police report on you that looks like somebody crumpled it up and threw it away. Maybe it was part of a larger package. It's like page 48 of 200. And there's a warrant out for your arrest in the Pact Worlds for fancy bike riding in public.
I'm just gonna read it and go, "Oh," and then I'll crumple it up and throw it on the ground.
She goes, art thou a Skidamander?
Yes, I am. And you're a Gothclaw? Gothclaw?
Gothclaw, yes.
Yes. I must say I'm not very familiar with your people.
Nor am I with yours, though I've heard many rumors. You don't seem to be quite like the rumors would have alluded to.
The rumors are probably true. I'm a
Our
little
captain
different
is very
from the rest of the
unique for his people.
Interesting. What are you all doing here in Aslanti space?
Look, can we speak somewhere more privately? Is there another room that she can take us to, or is this like just the map, like just where we're at?
She's 20 feet up in the air, and she does not want to come down. She seems comfortable up there. So why would you want to speak in a different place?
And I looked to Diara and Aurora. I was like, can one of you tell him, more quietly why we're here?
So your mission is something of a secret.
Let's just say I want to make sure people don't know I'm here, because even I don't know why they want me.
Y'all can only talk to your own species through telepathic, can't you?
No, I'm gonna reopen my character sheet now. I do have I think it's a telepathic message I can send.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he can't understand me, can he? And vice versa.
No, they can understand you. It's just
Oh,
it would allow me to say it,
Privately?
you know. Um,
What do you got?
Not-
What's the spell called?
it is called telepathic message. I can send a short telepathic message and hear simple telepathic replies. Any living creature within 10 feet of you.
Just be within 10 feet. She's 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
I'll allow
That
it this
doesn't-
time, though.
I was about to say, Gary just
You
yelled,
must
"We're
be
here
able
to
to
break
see
into
or hear
prison."
the
No, I don't. I definitely don't.
It echoes in all the pipes. Aslanti swarm.
shit.
but it cannot exceed 10 words.
Any living creature within 10 feet of you or an intended recipient also receives your telepathic message if it succeeds at a DC 25 perception check.
We
Yep.
need to rescue a friend from the prison. Is only 9 words. Asshole.
I'm not gonna call them an asshole. Jeez, you're supposed to be the diplomatic one.
Each message cannot exceed 10 words, and you have 10 minutes per level to use this. So you can have a conversation back and forth for like 40 minutes.
Oh wow, yeah.
What do you say to Talmer? Absolutely nothing.
The situation is dire. Friend needs saving.
I'll need a bit more information if I'm to help.
My player's memory is bad.
Yeah. What you looking for,
My
Jeremy?
memory is bad. God, what was the name of our friend?
Sedona.
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 Dodona?
You're looking for Sedona on the prison moon of Gulta, and your ship is not going to make it because it is easily identifiable as a Pact World ship. Talmarin is supposed to be able to help you with that. So she wants to know what you're doing here.
I'm counting words.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep it short. We'll be all right. I'm not going to count words, so
Okay. We must rescue Sedona.
who is Sedona?
She's a very important comrade of ours who discovered very valuable technology that would help so many people in our world.
Where is Sedona?
Golta.
She's on Gulta,
Shit.
but we can't get there if they can track us in space. We need your help.
How have you come to arrive in Aslanti space? You don't remember, do you?
I'm having a really hard time with my own personal memory.
You guys
Yeah.
took out the Barazad, the ship, and took its transponder.
Yeah, we took the transponder from a Aslanti ship. Is Tomrin gonna take us into any different room now, or are we just gonna like stand here with her hanging out of a pipe?
Talmer's pretty happy hanging out of the pipe. But their other rooms aren't really private. There's nobody in this hallway.
Well, she has her She has her pipe network that must lead somewhere.
If you're concerned about privacy, Skittermander, I can assure you that no one lives within these pipes.
Aren't you lucky?
We took down a
comforting. It's
high-ranking
vital.
Azaneti official and stole their transponder.
Guards! Guards! I'm just kidding.
As my character like tensed up and like relaxed.
She screams, guards, guards! I just play with it. So tell me again, where will you said Gulta?
Yes.
And what are your plans here? What art thou's plans? She speaks in Old English, and I can't do that, so you're just gonna have to bear with me on this too.
We must infiltrate the prison and rescue her.
As it turns out,
Preferably find the information that she has.
I'm not much interested in the information that your friend carries, but as it turns out, I have 3 friends in Gulta myself. And I've been looking for something of a talented crew to break in and rescue them.
Well, you're in luck. Patsy is my mother's name.
Wonderful. Of course, I'd be willing to pay you 1,000 credits apiece for each one that you return alive. And I will also look at your ship and see what I can do.
If you help us, we will do our best to rescue your friends too.
Listen, there's a for lack of a better word, a guard dog, a massive ship that we must sneak past. Do you have any suggestions on how we can get past this ship and even further actually land on Gulta?
Funny you should ask. You see, I was going to say that you're not simply going to fly your ship into Gulta. Nothing I can do would make it possible for you to do that, you see. You're going to need a transponder, an Aslanti transponder from a supply ship. No other ship will be allowed to land at Gulta.
Could we not install one of these transponders on our own ship? I would feel a little safer with our own firepower.
Of course, the problem isn't where you install it, it's where you get it from. You'll have to find a supply ship. You see, they're always coming and going. The moon prison needs many supplies. Thou shouldst ask other merchants, or maybe the Glimshaw pirates. They payeth more attention to where ships are crossing. Aslanti ships cometh not to outpost Zed, unless they hast good reason. So thou shalt need to lure one in, then take the ship and the cargo. I suppose thou wanted not the crew, but I can take them from you for a while free of charge, unless thy desire is to kill them for doing their jobs.
What do you mean, take them from us?
I will simply hold them here. We can release them whenever you're ready.
You don't trade in sentient species, do you?
People are not cargo, my friend.
Fair enough. Good. All right. So we must track down this supply ship. Somehow lure it to us.
Yes.
Take the crew, hopefully alive, and bring the ship to you. Or do you intend for us to fly the supply ship directly into Gulta?
No, you'll take it back here, and we will move the transponder into your own vessel. You won't want to fly a supply ship.
All right. So, who are these people that you intend for us to rescue?
There are 3. A Vesk named Mothkala. Be writing this down. A Shirin named Sichik. And a Slivara, whose name I've not twisty tongue enough to speak. They were past diggers, archaeologists. They smuggled things off Aslanti sites that once belonged to us Aslanti aliens and gave them back to the people who were supposed to own them. I smuggled for them for a long time, but one day they picked up something powerful the Aslanti wanted, so the Aslanti went and picked them up in return. I saw the Aslanti ships moving in and flew off, never came in for the rendezvous. They probably think I've abandoned them, but I haven't forgotten. Honestly, I'm just a coward. She ducks her head a little bit, looks embarrassed.
It's fine. I understand cowardice. I myself was a coward until roughly a week ago.
A week? Never mind.
It's a bit about how it is, right?
It's good to find someone who can relate. It took you like 6 days just to get there, didn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, a week?
You guys been at it for a little while.
So Maskala, Sakshik.
Vesk.
Oh yeah, there's a Vesk, but then who's the next one?
Mathkala is the Vesk. The Shirin is Sikchik. Sikchik. It's hard to spell.
Sikchik. Okay.
Something I can write it in here if you need to see it.
Our friend is is most likely being interrogated for information. She's a more tactical prisoner. She may be held in a different part of Golta than your friends. Can you tell me where I may find her? And furthermore, what wing you expect your friends to be sequestered in?
That is quite unfortunate if they're going to torture. Aslanti methods are cruel. But like all Star Empire prisons, Gulta keeps its non-Aslanti in one place. Gulta's is called Cell Block J. Thou shouldst start looking there. The Aslanti don't keep machine meat androids like her in the same cages as other aliens. Aslanti don't think the machine meats are sentient. Thou shalt have to look in cell block places separate from the other prisoners.
So does that mean they'll leave me alone if I go walking through there?
No, they hate
It
you.
means they think you're a battery.
Ah, damn. And I'm just going to sit on the floor.
Way to be.
All right.
Tell us
That's-
again what your third friend looks like. Because you couldn't give us a name.
A Slivara. Slivara. I don't know. Let me see if I can look that up for you. Maybe there's a picture of a Slivara. I doubt it, though. There's no pictures of her friends. Slivara. Starfinder. I'm gonna come up with all kind of weird things.
Can't imagine there would be too many of them there.
I actually don't have any kind of Slivara race information on here.
I meant at the jail.
No, you're probably right, because I can't find it. That one will look particularly unique. She's like, if you find the other two, they'll be able to direct you.
Okay.
All right. How long have you been on this station, Cameron?
About 47 years.
It's quite some time.
We live long and are celebrated poopers.
So how would you feel about refueling our ship while we're here?
I can handle that.
Should be easy for one who poops as well as you.
I don't think everybody knows that that's a line from Nibbler in Futurama.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Nope, had no clue.
Doing a little joke here that nobody's getting. It's Futurama.
Trying to think.
She'll take care of your ship, whatever it needs, and fuel it up or whatever, and fix your dysfunctional engine identification, I guess.
What is there anywhere else in this system that we should pay a visit? Somewhere where maybe we can find some good gear? some outposts that may need disconnecting from the Aslanti connection network.
Perhaps there is, but the book only talks about Outpost Z and the Gulta prison. Surely you've met the flying, what do you call that girl? The witch weir.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds familiar.
According to this atlas, we only have the 2 maps.
Fair enough.
I mean, maybe there is, man, but I would think that any merchants stuff you're gonna find is right here in Outpost then. And
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know if there was sometimes the books mention like, oh yeah, there's like this, other outpost here where you can go and, kill a dozen Aslanti soldiers or whatever.
Unfortunately, not in this case.
Whatever.
Yeah. At least not yet. Book hasn't said anything about it yet.
Anybody got any other questions?
What's that noise I'm hearing?
That's our dog snoring.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
I'm like, there's a beast coming for us in the pipes.
I thought you said no one else lived in these tunnels.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only questions my guy would have is, how they treat me. But obviously, I know I'm just this POS to them.
You're very unique machine meat. You seem to have no human parts, just a robot.
Well, I have some parts. And then he's just gonna kind of look down and kind of look away.
Interesting. Quite interesting. You could be a very valuable piece of machinery.
Really invaluable?
There's
That wouldn't be a good thing where we're headed.
You're right.
There's one more thing I'd like to ask you about.
Of course.
There seems to be someone of rather import in this system by the name of Ulivestra. Zola Ulivestra, I believe.
I've heard the name, though I'm not very familiar.
They seem to be involved in some rather dark things, experimentation and augmentation of sentient species.
Interesting.
You heard anything of this?
Hmm.
Anyone that drunken stories in a bar? Someone that I may be able to speak to? Anything?
I do know that the name Ulivestra has come up in my research regarding the prisoners I've asked you to rescue, as Ulivestra owns the Gulta prison moon.
Yes. Yes.
However, I've not heard of any sort of sideshow where she's taking apart robots, machine meats.
I don't know if she's taking apart robots or taking apart people.
Well,
the information I have is, rather redacted.
I understand. I'm sorry, I live in a pipe. I don't have all the answers. Though I am curious about this great technology that you mentioned. You said the Aslanti were in search of some great technology, and this machine meat Sedona that you know would have this information.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should trust this guy.
Girl.
Oh, well, in that case.
Who are they going to tell?
Yeah.
They live in a pipe.
The Atlantes seem to be after an ancient star drive. I don't remember what it's called now off the top of my head.
The Rune Drive.
Rune Drive, yeah. And an ancient engine called a Rune Drive.
So you're chasing ghosts, because that's a myth.
No, it is not. It was found on the Condis colony.
How do you know?
I was there.
We were there.
You were on Naganda's colony, and the rune drive was found.
Yes.
How?
Seems to be some crashed Aslanti ship, best as I could tell.
When the Aslanti went to Nagandas, they brought the full force of their might into Nagandas.
Yes.
Good amount of it.
Do I still have that data or that data tablet we got off that guy from the ship?
You do. You have Sedona's pad as well as Madeline's pad, and I will let you keep it in case there was any information on there that you needed.
In that case, I'm going to pull out the pad and be like, this is from there.
She says,
We,
just drop it in the pipe below.
we told you that we took out an Aslanti ship to be able to bring ourselves here.
Just one.
The Barazad.
Oh, very interesting. The Aslanti should not be leaving one simple ship to guard newly conquered territory. She, like, her whiskers, she kind of twirls them around. There's been no pronouncements or of an annexation nor any rumors of important military operations or discoveries. Thou wouldst not have passed through the borders of Aslan so easily if there were. I wonder if Ulivestra is keeping secrets and exceeding his authority.
No.
Probably didn't want this news spreading around.
Hey, is there a chance that this Valestra guy is trying to claim power for his own with the new star drive? Does he have enemies within?
Guess would be as good as mind machine meat.
Oh,
His name is K2.
I didn't ask. I'm just playing.
my guy's just gonna be like, okay,
Oh.
I'll shut up. He'll go walk in the corner and sit down. He understands his place in this area.
It's very bold to be walking around with no skin on. Anyway,
Starts polishing it.
so Talmer's like, I will go and take care of your ship unless you have further questions for me.
Geary, be sure to let Steve know he's coming.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. You may meet with a rather chatty and obstinate ship computer. We call
Won't
him
be the
Steve.
won't be the first that I've met.
I'd like to hear these two talk to each other.
I'll bet you would.
He's free thinking, and he's very vocal.
Of
But he
course,
can be quite agreeable.
yeah, I send Steve a message to expect a visitor, and not to, yeah,
Yeah, don't blow them
not
up.
shoot her.
All right, hold that thought. I gotta go yell at my kid real quick.
When did
Okay.
your problem start? Well, when the ship blew up the help.
The ship blew up the help.
All right, so we got to go back to the pirates and ask them about finding a supply ship.
Okay. So if you have nothing else for Talmer, she's gonna slip away into the pipe.
I got nothing.
I got nothing that I can add to this.
It was a
Fine.
pleasure to meet you all. See you soon.
Hold on
Bye.
1 second. Geary is going to wait. Where's my character sheet? If I can get my character.
Hashashir walks up right behind K2. K2 doesn't notice him. He's right in K2's ear almost, and he's like, "She was very pleasant."
Ah, ooh.
Never mind. Geary doesn't do anything. My thing broke.
He's all diseased and gross.
He's just like, oh, who, what? Oh,
It's okay. It's just me.
you're sneaky.
Geary jumps really well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Geary like shimmies up the side of the pipe and gives Talmrim a hug. Thank you. It was nice.
Talmerin is hesitant at first, and then hugs you back. She's like, everyone is always asking, where is Tolman? No one ever asks, how is Tolman?
I was asking, who is Tolman?
That's a question we should all be asking ourselves. Go, Skittermander. You have much work to accomplish.
All right.
I'll see you very soon. She winks at you.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I guess, should we go back to the pirates, or should we talk to the merchants and see if we can, get any information about their supply ships? Who's somebody who sucked?
Where's that one guy that we talked to?
You guys talked to the Chihuahua Glest, who was very angry and didn't want to talk to you about much things.
No, not that one. The one before.
Half Red, the little swimming squid. And then you guys talked to the Zarb, who was the little angry guy, and he was not afraid of K2, but Geary got to him. And you guys cowed the Zarb.
Mhm.
And then there was the Glimmershaw Pirates.
Wait, all right? So this is the squid thing. What's this?
Where are you?
That was the big tall guy that was like,
yeah.
trade thingy.
That was the Paralith. He was the guy. He doesn't talk. He's just got like that scary monster mouth. Looks like a Demogorgon. And he's the one that was trying to trade stuff with you guys.
I managed to trade him for like a bandage and get it back and give it to.
Yeah. Hashishir explained that he's kind of an idiot and doesn't really understand what's going on around here, but he's not dangerous. He just wants to try to partake in what's happening around him, and he sees trade.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do we talk to Glest and figure out when his supply ship is coming, and then get the pirates to help us hijack it, or do we just go to the pirates and ask their advice on hijacking ships?
Are they gonna want to talk to us?
They like you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened in that session, but they liked you. They gave you stuff, and you guys were able to friend.
Oh,
Yeah, we
that's
paid for
right.
information, and they were like,
That was
give us
it.
money.
I forgot about that.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of the other guys that jumped us and we beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, no. Those guys are probably not going to help you. Glest
It's
is a
normally what I do.
shopkeeper. Yeah, you scared Glest, and he shut his door. It's probably open by now if you wanted to talk to him again, but he was very paranoid little chihuahua.
Mhm.
All
I guess the pirates,
right.
because I mean, they would know how to get into things. They would have all the information.
They would know the comings and goings.
Hmm
All right.
They
You
would
guys
know
make-
what to do and what not to do.
You guys want to make your way back up to the pirates? Got a few more minutes.
Pirates, yo ho!
All right. So you guys, we'll just go ahead and skip straight over there. You're back at the Glimshar Pirates. Hashishir is with you. Now, if you remember, he had to type on a translator device in order to get them to speak, because they only speak in flashes of light and crackling sounds. So the question, as you're walking up, the main guy, bright crackle flicker dim, was the main guy. He sees you guys coming, and he turns away from his gambling table, like he folds on this hand so he can address you guys. And Hashishir is there with the pad, and he's like, "What did you want me to ask them?"
Tell them that we would like to talk business. Something mutually beneficial.
Okay. He does that. He types it up, and he shows it to bright crackle flicker dim there, and he replies, on the little pad, and he reads it to you. He comes back. He's reading it to you because it's written in Terran. If you remember that, and you guys don't speak that. And he says, "I would very much enjoy speaking with you about business opportunities, because business opportunities are the opportunities of business that I am most interested in."
I love them.
My guy's gonna just start scratching his head and be like, "Was that English?"
Remember, it is disrespectful if I don't translate every word as it was written.
That's fine.
All right, so yeah, Geary says, we need to find a ship. Supply ship. We are willing to do the legwork of bringing in the bounty. the supplies, whatever it is that is to be gained from the ship.
Cargo.
All we need is the transponder. And your end can be serviced by telling us where we shall meet a ship and the safest place in the system to overtake it.
That's quite a mouthful, but I will tape it up for you.
Click clack, clickety click clack.
Click, click, clack, click, clack. And he reads back. He doesn't read back anything. He tells him lets him read the Terran, right? And Bright turns around and he looks at his friends, and they all start sort of flashing and crackling. And one of them has a sort of a data pad of his own that he kind of pulls out, from the side pouch there. It's not a big one, and he just kind of taps up on there. He turns back, and he types something up on the little pad again, and hands it back to Hashishir. Says, we can identify a supply ship for you, because supply ships are the things that we are most interested in. There are many supplies on the ships, and one is passing near Outpost Z soon. It will not stop at Outpost Z because the supplies are not for Outpost Z. They are destined for Gulta Prison Moon. The prison moon of Gulta is a moon that is a prison.
Stop.
And supplies are due there soon. The ship is named the Relic. And the Relic is the name of the ship that will be suitable for your supply mission.
Gary rubs the bridge of his nose. Yes.
Bright does the same thing, like with his big alien spider leg, and like rubs his nose.
I was going to say he rubs the bridge of my nose.
No, he rubs his own bridge, but he's imitating you.
That's even better. He reaches out and rubs the bridge of your nose, and then his own nose.
Gary, he goes, all right, so this, what'd you say it was called?
The Relic.
The Relic.
The Relic being the ship that we need being.
Yes.
When will the ship being the Relic be here? I can do this.
Soon. Yeah, he says, the ship, the Relic, that is the ship you are waiting for, will be here soon, as it passes by Outpost Z in a soon type manner. The ship, that is.
When will then be now?
I was gonna say, breaking the fourth wall. It's the space balls. Ta-da.
How many hours until then is now?
Soon.
Yeah, soon. Soon is what I can tell you. You guys figure out how you want to contact it, and it'll come when it comes.
What is the best way to shut down this ship quickly and without casualties?
He types up on the little Terran pad and hands it off. This one takes a minute as Bright starts typing on this thing, and he's typing away. It looks like he's thinking. Then he starts typing again. He hands it back to Hashishir, says, if you want to stop the ship, the Relic, you have options. Options like asking a merchant to hire the supply ship, as if a supply ship would stop for a merchant here. Perhaps you can hire a merchant to hire the supply ship. You may also transmit a distress signal, because distress signals automatically are transmitted when there is distress, and the ship would have no choice but to respond, as that is the national maritime Aslanti law.
Yeah,
Because
but
the
if we put out
Aslanti-
a distress signal, won't that be tracked by everyone else too? Aren't we trying not to be tracked by our signal?
Other options include transmitting a false Aslanti message, because the Aslanti often send messages to ships. Should that fail, brute force is an option. It is the option that we prefer, because brute force will get us what we want faster.
I like brute force because the game is fun with brute force. But yeah, and we're pretty good at brute force. but I also like the idea of hiring a merchant, or asking Zarb.
I will
Yeah.
also entertain alternate solutions, but this is one of those things where you guys will have to do it. No one else will bring the ship in for you. You could hop on your ship and go confront the vessel. There's different ways to go about this whole thing.
All right, I say we construct a large net. Okay. And
You don't shed enough.
Good point. Well, I have been going bald.
Collecting all that.
Okay, so
He makes Steve do it. I don't complain about that, Jab.
Steve is always happy to shave you.
Um,
So you begin the options. You can ask a merchant to hire the supply ship, which will probably cost you money, a bribe of some sort. You can transmit a distress signal. This is a common and obvious kind of ruse, and there's no guarantee the ship will actually respond to a distress signal. You can transmit a false Aslanti message, similar to a distress signal, but it might appear more official, so maybe they'll be more likely to come and check it out. And brute force would be straight up going in there head first and trying to take the ship. So you have options. You can try to get them to come to the station. You can go after them yourself. You can send a distress signal in space to see if they come after your ship. It's really up to you guys what you want to do, and you're going to have the week to think about that because we're going to kill it right here. So go ahead and say good night to this recording.
Good night, recording.
Good night, recording.
Good night.